find you, little girl. Where are you? Oh, hi, ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boop Up Neeson. This is my review for today. And today's review, ladies and dudes, we are finally here on season 8 of my movie reviews. Yes, it's been a long time when I did so many movie reviews for the past 8 years. I already know that Taken was definitely my first one, but it's just a preview thing if you know what I mean. But yep, 8 long years. Or is it 9? It's hard for me to remember. But anyway, we are finally here on season 8. And yes, my friends, for my next movie review I really want to do for today is an Irish animated film. And truly one of the most underrated anime movies of all time. I'm sure it's very darn popular in Northern Ireland, but I'm sure it's underrated here in America. So for my next movie review is Secret to Kells. And let me tell you, this is the next animated film that I will enjoy. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder why, I was wondering if the old great my Liam Neeson will ever do an animated film that featured in his dear beloved home country. The home country that he was born in, where the land is so pure and green. Well, if you guys get the picture. So anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my next movie review of Secret to Kells. Truly a very underrated film indeed. So, to tell you the truth is, I don't have anything to say about the main plot of the story. It's a story about a 12-year-old boy named Brandon who needs to go to the forest with some owner's cat and try to find these mysterious little tiny circle-like peas thingamajig so he can create some ink and help out this really cool elderly dude to create a book that's all about darkness that turns into light. And he couldn't have done it without a little bit of help by this mysterious little girl who could transform into a fully adult wolf. And that little girl's name is Ashley. So yep, they had a short-lived relationship as friends, and they haven't seen each other much. And yeah, Brandon has to be stuck in this big giant wall for a while, since his village made some type of big giant wall so they could beware of those Vikers. The Vikers who are gonna come by and destroy everybody's hometown and all that stuff. So, yep, that's it. That's the whole entire plot of the story. And I guess everybody wants to know is, what the heck do I think about this movie? To tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, I freaking love this movie. This is one of the best animated movies I have ever seen so far in movie history. I will say it had a very well done storyline, beautiful animation, good character designs. It has really fantastic animation. That animation really did blow me away. It had a very nice score. It has great voice cast. And yes, ladies and dudes, I will admit the animation does feel like, I think they got the idea from the creators who did Samurai Jack. I mean, I was so darn blown away when I found this movie out that they got some of the ideas that came from one of the most popular TV shows of all time. That really did blow me away from start to finish. This is a very, very fantastic movie to watch. And also, it does feel like this movie take place something that came from in a Holy Bible. Yeah, it feels like a Holy Bible story in some ways. Well, Sally, you can't find it on the Holy Bible itself. Well, if you guys get the story. So anyway, ladies and dudes, let's head on to the strongest points and the weakest points of Secret to Kale. To tell you the truth is, when I first saw this movie around this fall, I can't remember what's the strongest point about the film, and I completely forgot about it. Is it the animation? Will it be the storyline? Or could it be the score? Maybe I'll have to make one up, Sally to say. I will say for the strongest point for this movie is truly the animation. This is such a mind-blowing animation, and I really want to praise the Irish people for doing a fantastic job of giving us a very good Irish movie with beautiful Irish animation. Even if they got the idea from the creators who worked on Samurai Jack, or is it they got the idea from them? I mean, the animation is so darn mind-blowing. It's very bright, very colorful, very well detailed, and I can't find one single mistake on animation where it got out of place or something like that. It was very clean and very well spot on. Yep, that's all I could say about the animation. So the animation is truly the main strongest point of this film. And yes, ladies and dudes, I will admit there is a weak point in this movie. I wish this movie will be a masterpiece film, but I do have one tiny bit of a nitpick of this movie. And that is, I wish that this movie should have worked on the relationship between Ashley and Brandon just a little bit more. I mean, I really like these two main characters. They were the best points about the film too. Maybe that might be the second strongest point, but sadly there's a weakest point about them. I just wish the movie should have worked on these two characters just a little bit more. Maybe they could get to know their backstories or get to know what their life is like, and they will play around in the forest for as long as they want. It's a sad shame they didn't know each other that much, so I just wish that this movie should have worked on their relationship just a little bit more. Kind of like that. What a sad shame. So, that's the only weak point that I found with this movie. I wish that little Brandon and Ashley should have got to know each other more and add a bit more screen time for them too. Maybe like 3 or 4 more screen times instead of the one that we have right now in the film. It would have been nice if there was a director's cut about it, if you know what I mean. So anyway, speaking of those two kids, let's go on to the characters. And like I said, I only got 2 characters I really do care about in the movie, is Brandon and Ashley. Oh, those kids were so darn cute and adorable, and I wish they were fully a love couple in this movie, or rather they're like a brother and sister like relationship. I will say I enjoy both of their storylines. I really love their personalities and attitudes. I like the part when they got along so well, but sadly for a short period of time. Yeah, Brandon is such an interesting character, and I really like that relationship with the elderly dude and the elderly dude's cat. And he wants to learn so much about the book and try to find those little circularly like things that needs to have ink. And also for Ashley's story, she really does love her forest very much. And no wonder it's a sad shame that she's immortal. That means she cannot grow up, to become an adult or become an older woman and all that stuff. That's a really sad shame. I feel bad for that little girl. But also the best part I like about Ashley is two reasons. One, she really does love the elderly dude's cat. I think she does like cats in some ways. I'm glad she's not allergic to it. And two, my most favorite magical scene in the whole entire movie, where she put some type of mysterious spell on the cat and becoming a spirit and tried to pick up the key that belongs to Brandon's uncle so Brandon can finally get out of there and try to find this mysterious thing that came from in that mysterious cave. So he can finally use it to get that book to be complete and all that stuff. So that was a really cool scene. So, yep, I have nothing else to say. So Ashley and Brandon were truly the best parts about the movie. But I wish they should get to know each other just a little bit more. If they should add some more scenes in the film. And maybe that way I could give it a masterpiece rating. So anyway, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my final thoughts of Secret to Kells. Overall, Secret to Kells is such a great Irish movie, and truly one of the most underrated Irish films of all time. I'm sure it might be popular in Northern Ireland, but I'm sure it's very underrated here in America. I will say it had a very well done storyline, has good likable characters, beautiful animation, great voice cast, a really good score, and it does have some cool looking magic into it. I will say it's almost to a masterpiece movie, just almost, but not all the way. So I decided to give this movie a 9.8 out of 10. Please check out this movie to believe it. It's going to blow you away. Big time. And yes, it deserves to be one of my most favorite animated movies of all time. In some ways. Well, if you guys get the picture. And that is my whole entire movie review of Secret to Kells. I hope you enjoyed this movie review. And join me next time for my next movie reviews to come. Like Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. I'm just doing Star Wars Episode 1, not all the others. I will do Jurassic Park and Clash of the Titans, and also Liam Neeson's new film called Cold Pursuit. So be prepared for my next movie reviews to come, and I'll see you all later, and sayonara. I gotta find Ashley. I need her help for some unknown reason. So long!